State Superintendent of Public Instruction Joy Hofmeister is looking at a long to-do list to improve common education. A serious teacher shortage, low teacher pay, declining time for classwork, and heavy reliance on testing are among the top issues. The superintendent believes change is imperative.
This has been a year of struggle for schools across the state of Oklahoma. Many classes were taught by substitute teachers.
And imagine if that is your child in first grade, trying to learn to read, and there is a different teacher every 6 weeks or 3 months.
State Superintendent of Public Instruction Joy Hofmeister is assessing what she's learned during her first 100 days in office.
506 emergency certifications were issued. And just to help you understand how significant that number is, it is 5 times the number of emergency certifications that were issued last year.
Emergency certification means an applicant doesn't even have to have a teaching certificate to head up a classroom. She says 4 years ago there were less than 50 emergency certifications.
So emergency certification means there's not even enough time to test the individual who is not certified.
And Hofmeister says schools will be facing the same problem next school year.
At the end of this year, we are close to about 1,000 vacant teaching positions yet again, which means that it also resulted in 856 classes eliminated. So what this means is students are going to feel the impact. The teacher shortage affects our kids.
Poor pay and working conditions are believed to be at the root of the teacher shortage. Teacher pay increases will not happen this year, as the legislature is dealing with a $611 million budget shortfall, which is expected to affect most state departments and agencies. Governor Fallin has signed a bill that will allow teachers with out-of-state teaching certifications to get a teaching certificate in Oklahoma. A law requiring end-of-the-year instruction tests is still in place. According to teachers and administrators, EOI testing is time-consuming and not needed.
The scores really don't mean anything. They don't tell us a lot. The fact that what we've experienced with our end-of-instruction test, there's not a high degree of confidence in them.
Dr. Kurt Hartzler is the superintendent of Union Public Schools.
Our kids are tested to death, and I think what we've seen is this pendulum has gone way over to this side in terms of testing, and we've tested a lot and really too much. And now we're realizing that 6 weeks of instructional time are dedicated towards testing. That's too much. That's not what learning should be about.
During her campaign for office, Hofmeister vowed to end unnecessary testing. She has eliminated the state's 5th and 8th grade writing field tests, but finding a replacement for EOI testing is still one of her goals.
I am interested in a research-based exchange for what we are currently using, which are 7 end-of-instruction tests that meet state requirements, and part of those meet federal requirements. We could do this in a different way.
Hofmeister says one replacement consideration is using the ACT test, which is an entrance requirement for state colleges and universities. Dr. Hartzler has asked students what they think.
Overwhelmingly, they all would say, we just want to take, the ACT. Already 75% of our kids in Oklahoma take the ACT to begin with. So, the ACT is going to be able to tell us if they are proficient in English, in reading, and in math and science. And of course, there's also a writing component to the ACT as well.
Union high schoolers Kimmy Mata and Chris Lurkey say most students concentrate on doing well on the ACT instead of end-of-instruction testing anyway. As a junior, Lurkey has already taken the ACT twice and plans to take it again to keep improving his score. He says adults need to reassess the methods used in the classroom to reach higher achievement.
Our country and our state has gotten to a mindset of being so competitive that we're trying to strive to be the best, but I think in some of the methods we're doing it aren't getting us there.
Quality time in the classroom is what Hofmeister and other educators are striving for, despite what appears to be little encouragement from the state legislature.